When the first monsoon hits the jungle, Lolly the goat and Bolu the donkey realize their home is an illusion. The roof of loose twigs and dry leaves disintegrates under the downpour, proving that their makeshift shelter was never truly a defense. Looking for a shortcut to safety, they listen to a fox who promises a ready-made solution, a nearby cave that requires no effort to secure. But the shortcut is a trap. The cave is already occupied by a pack of aggressive wild dogs, leaving Lolly and Bolu trapped between a hostile pack and the worsening storm. A wise tortoise suggests a shift in perspective. He explains that safety cannot be found or borrowed from the existing landscape. It must be engineered from the ground up through personal labor. Relying on pre-existing solutions creates a permanent vulnerability. Real security only begins when an individual takes full responsibility for constructing their own protection. Lolly and Bolu begin the grueling process of resource extraction. They haul heavy river stones for the walls and gather interlocking branches and broad leaves for the canopy. This diagram shows the structural logic. Abstract stone shapes slide into a tightly locked ring, creating a heavy base. The structure builds upward as branch vectors interlock into a rigid frame. Above, overlapping leaf layers physically deflect water arrows. The physical shield works against the weather, but it doesn't protect them from the ecosystem. A massive wolf emerges, targeting the duo. The wolf uses the threat of violence to extort them, forcing the goat and donkey to spend their days foraging for his meals, even though they have a dry place to sleep. A stone wall can stop a storm, but it offers no resistance to calculated predatory exploitation. Individual infrastructure only solves environmental problems. A midnight warning from a crow reveals a new level of danger. The wolf has organized a coalition of wild dogs and hyenas for a coordinated raid on the hut. Isolated strength is mathematically insufficient here. Even with their stone walls, two herbivores could not hold off a multi-front attack from a pack of predators. Lolly and Bolu pivot their strategy from physical construction to social organization. They gather the diverse animals of the jungle to form a unified counter-coalition. The tactical grid assigns specific roles. Geometric icons slide into defensive nodes. The elephant anchors the main gate, and the parrot occupies the high-altitude station. The grid expands as smaller animals fill the outer perimeter, completing a 360-degree defensive web. Resilience has shifted from a solitary struggle to a system of overlapping roles, where the collective strengths of the group compensate for every individual weakness. The predators strike during the next thunderstorm. The pack charges through the mud, expecting to corner an isolated target inside the hut. The defense network activates immediately. The parrot's early warning allows the elephant to move into position, creating a physical blockade that the predators cannot move. As the wolves try to find a gap, the smaller animals disrupt their coordination. Monkeys drop debris from the trees, and rabbits create brush decoys, forcing the predators to fight on multiple fronts at once. Inside the perimeter, Lolly and Bolu hold the final line. When a lone attacker manages to reach the hut, they use their own physical strength to repel the threat from the stone walls. The predators realize their coordination has been dismantled by a superior defensive system, and the physical cost of continuing the raid forces an immediate retreat. At sunrise, the hut stands as more than just a house. It has become the center of a secure, thriving ecosystem where every inhabitant is protected by the group. Durability comes from active engineering. It requires the hard manual labor of the